Hello, everyone. My name is Maryna Dmitriieva. I'm lead scientist of the British Pharmacopoeia, and today I'll be talking about the related substances test in the British Pharmacopoeia monographs. This brief overview aims to shed light on the BP approach to related substances determination and its limit, and along with some other key aspects of the test procedure and transparency statement. As outlined in the British Pharmacopoeia, the related substances test is designed to provide limits for potential impurities related to the drug substance itself, rather than all possible impurities such as adulterants or contaminants. Since the BP is mainly focused on monographs for formulated preparations, my presentation today will concentrate on this. So here is one of the features of the British Pharmacopoeia approach is that related substances tests in British Pharmacopoeia monograph are used to control degradation products along with byproducts of the synthetic route used for the manufacture of the drug substance. Here are some useful sources in BP text you can or you should consult apart from the specific monograph to get more information on how to perform the interpret the test. It's the general notice, the appendices relevant to method used, and the supplementary chapters of the British Pharmacopoeia. Also, online guideline how to use the British Pharmacopoeia is a good resource for understanding the BP monographs. At this moment, the guideline is being updated to reflect the recent amendments in the monograph style and requirements, and will be republished on the BP website very soon. Next slide, please. Let's move on to the BP specific monographs and have a look at the structure of the related substances test. This section comprises the instruction for the test method and solution preparation, as well as the subsection on how to perform and calculate impurities content along with the limit requirements. The impurities section at the end of the monograph is intended to provide information to ensure method transparency. I will explore these points in more detail. Next slide, please. Using the BP monograph for atorvastatin tablets as an example. This monograph is well established and has been used for AQBD and how to use the BP guidelines development. In the general instruction, the method of determination is described with reference to the relevant appendix. Any precautions such as protecting solutions from light or using them immediately after preparation, as well as solvent preparation, may be found here. Regarding solution preparation, it's very common that no specific solvent is mentioned in the procedure. In this case, the solvent solvent to use is pointed above. Otherwise, water is used by default. It is important to note that the solution preparation procedure usually doesn't provide dilution details. It is the user responsibility to apply the appropriate dilution techniques. The reference material from either the British Pharmacopoeia or European Pharmacopoeia can be used for preparing reference solutions. Since European Pharmacopoeia reference standards are intended for use in European Pharmacopoeia monographs, their applicability in BP monographs has been verified. Next slide, please. For chromatographic conditions, I'd like to highlight that along with the sorbent, which can be found in the reagent section, the brand of the column that was used for the method established is provided for information and aid the analyst. However, other alternative brands could be suitable after verification. Details on making adjustments to chromatographic conditions, as well as instruction on the chromatographic parameters calculation, are included in the Appendix 3 chromatographic separation techniques. Next slide, please. The system suitability parameters that may be employed in assessing the performance of the chromatographic system and the factors that may affect this performance are introduced in Appendix 3. For related substances procedure, these parameters are peak symmetry, system sensitivity, which is defined by signal-to-noise ratio, etc. We expect our users to consider these standard factors in the system suitability evaluation. In the specific monograph, these requirements are introduced if they differ from the standard requirements. Here in the atorvastatin tablet monograph, along with the resolution requirements, the specific limit of signal-to-noise ratio has been introduced to address the impact of the impurities correction factor, which is about 2. Next slide, please. This section was introduced in the related substances test to provide relevant information for the quantitative limits calculation. Quantitative limits started to be included in the BP monographs from BP 2023. This approach makes it easy to adopt BP methods for routine impurity testing and monitoring, and is in line with the European Pharmacopoeia approach. It's important to note that the terminology used in the monographs are aligned with the ICH guidelines. The reference solution used in impurity calculation may either be a dilution of the test solution or prepared from a reference substance. It should be mentioned here that retention time and relative retention are approximate figures provided for information, and we are not expecting analysts to reproduce them accurately. In case of correction factor falls inside the range of 0.8 to 1.2, it is included in the section. Next slide, please. The limits are set up aligned with the relevant ICH Q3A and Q3B guidelines and MHRA assessor advice. In setting limits, we are taking into account the specification of the products approved in the UK. Guidelines on the control of impurities and on calculating limits can be found in the relevant BP supplement chapters. Next slide, please. And finally, at the end of monograph in impurities section, there is a transparency statement listing impurities limited and controlled by Pharmacopoeia. This means that the related substances test can detect and control the named impurities listed in the European Pharmacopoeia monograph for atorvastatin calcium, where there are impurities that can be controlled and that are not stated in the drug substance monograph. These impurities are given a number and listed in the monograph. For example, for atorvastatin tablets, the statement includes 4 additional impurities resulting from the formulation.